Hello everybody, my fellow Animal Crossing players. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Sammie, and today we'll be working on decorating around Stitch's house. So if you saw my last speed build, you know that Chever's house was the last of our animal fairies. So we are going to cross the bridge and start working on a new fairy theme for our builds. So let's go ahead and start decorating. Oh look, there's Stitches now! So I already placed down Stitch's house because I knew I wanted to incorporate some kind of fencing around his house to separate his living space from the actual meadow that we're going to try and make. Just so that I can gauge how much space I have to work with, I already placed his house down. As usual, this is a new neighborhood, and so I am going to change my outfit to better match the theme. So I am dressing for the light fairy neighborhood. The most well-known light fairy is Iridessa. She wears a yellow outfit, so that's the main color we will be incorporating into the build, as well as a bunch of glowing items because light makes sense, right? So I started putting up the fencing around Stitch's house. I left enough space to allow me to place trees and items for his little yard. I don't normally use this fencing, but I thought it would be a perfect item to use because it is very springcore-like in my opinion, and since we are going to be working with a lot of yellow and whites, it is basically making me think of the build as a springcore vibe. So this custom design, as well as all the other custom designs I use, will be listed at the end of the video along with the creator codes and their socials. I am missing some, so if by any chance you know the socials for any of them or feel like I made a mistake for any of the creators, please let me know down in the comments. I started to place down glowing items in the area by the bridge because since this is the light fairy neighborhood, I thought it would be nice to be greeted with lights as you cross over the bridge. So I had to play around with the color and how I wanted to place them. I knew that I wanted to have some pathing leading from the bridge to Stitch's house and the incline that's in the back of the build. So you'll see me struggling just a little bit and changing the path a lot because I wanted to make sure it was narrow enough for me to surround it with flowers later. Look, Stitches is already making use of his little yard. Oh, and there he goes. I was finally satisfied with how the pathing looked, so I started to dig holes in the areas where I thought I might want to put down trees. Before I put down all the flowers, I wanted to put down more items to match the area. I wanted to give Stitches a cozy type of vibe in the general area of his home within the fencing. So this is actually the first time I've ever used the yellow color variation of the Mush Parasol, and honestly, I actually really like it. I like the shade of yellow it gives off, and I think it'll look really nice amongst the yellow and white flowers. So it's a lot of trial and error when I have to place down items. Since this is a small area, I didn't feel like I needed too many items, and also I wanted to create a meadow, so I needed a lot of flowers in the area compared to items. So I just had a bunch of items in my pocket that I felt like I could possibly use in this build, mainly a bunch of glowing items. So that's why you'll see me going back and forth changing the way I place certain items. I then started to plant all the trees in the area, and right after that I started planting all the flowers. I'm only using yellow and white flowers in this build. I basically just placed them randomly, hoping that none of the flowers would clash next to each other. And then behind Stitch's house on the ground level, I decided to just plant a few trees and cover the rest of the area with flowers, just so that there was some type of decorating and height in the background. So I realized that I wanted to add even more flowers to the area, so I needed to adjust the pathing a little bit more in order to do that. So I time traveled a few days so that all the flowers and trees were fully grown, so we can go ahead and do our walkthrough. So I honestly really love the transition the bridge makes from the animal fairy neighborhood to the light fairy neighborhood. I absolutely love how this area turned out. It's so bright and refreshing to see all the yellow. I'm not usually one to incorporate a lot of yellow in my past islands, so this is definitely new to me, but I ain't even mad about it. I think it definitely matches a light fairy vibe. So this concludes this speed build. Thank you so much for coming to watch my video. I hope you enjoyed it and it motivates you to want to play the game, and hopefully gives you some ideas on how to decorate around your own villager's house with that spring core type of vibe to it. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave your feedbacks in the comments, and subscribe so you can be notified of any future videos that I post. And don't forget, if you want any of the creator codes I used, make sure to wait till the end of the video. Anyways, I hope you have a great day or night. Bye!